Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you two topics from the subject of two topics. Hello everyone, myself is Neha Shah from Edge Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you two topics. Hello everyone, myself is Neha Shah from Edge Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am going to explain you two topics, conditional probability and independent events from the subject of probability and statistics from the first unit of basic probability. Now first of all, what is conditional probability? If we are defining this conditional probability, it is a measure of the probability of an event occurring given that another event has occurred. So if we are knowing that any event is already occurred, and based on this, if we are defining the probability of occurrence of any another event, then it will be depending on the previous one, right? So this kind of probability will be considered as conditional probability. So if we will finding the conditional probability, then it will be defined like this: probability of B, probability of event B given A, means already event A is occurred, and based on this, if we will finding the occurrence of probability of B, then it will be defined as probability of B given A is equals to probability of A intersection B upon probability of A, because already we know the occurrence of event A, so we will already depending on that. So the probability of A is already known to you, and probability of A intersection B we have taken because it is depending on it. It means there will be common part in between this two terms, right? So this way we can define the conditional probability. So from this, if we are finding the common part of this, then it will be defining as probability of A intersection B is equals to probability of A into probability of B given A. Now this can be defined from the Venn diagram as if we are taking the sample space A as, in this if I am taking event A and event B, then this one is the common part A intersection B, right? Suppose if I am finding the occurrence of this event B, then it will be depending on this part because A is already available to us, and from this, based on this, we have to find out the probability of B. So we have to take consideration of this A intersection B part, right? So from this, we have to find out the conditional probability of any event B from event A. Same way we can find out probability of A given B. So if we are defining probability of A given B, then the equation may be like this. If I am writing probability of A given B, then common part of it will be probability of A intersection B upon probability of B is given to you. So divide by probability of B. Same way from this we can, if we will find the probability of A intersection B or probability of B intersection A, then the term will be probability of B into probability of A given B. Conditional probability will be defined by some example like find the probability that a single toss of a die will result in a number less than 4. If A, no other information is given, means it is independently occur, there is no dependent on any occurrence of any another event, and in B it is given that a toss resulted in a in an odd number, means odd number is given to you and you have to find out the probability of this. Then how can you find out it? If I am taking a dice, then in dice it will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So dice will look like this. So from this, if I am calculating the example, what will be the sample space S? The sample space S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. From this, you have to take number which is less than 4. So if I am writing number which is less than 4 means it has the term 1, 2 and 3. Suppose if I am defining this as the event B, then what will be the event A? In the event A, we have to take odd number. So what will be the odd numbers? 1, 3 and 5. Now if I am finding the value of probability of A, then what will be the probability of A? Probability of A equals to 1, 3 and 5. So it will gives you only 3 different terms, 3 terms from this 6 different terms. So it will written like this, 3 terms from this 6 terms. So 3 will be cancelled out and the term will be 1 by 2. Same way, if you want to find out for B, what will be the term? B has also 3 different terms, 1, 2 and 3. So if we are finding the probability of B, then the probability of B will also equals to 3 term from this 6 term. So 3 will be cancelled out, so the term will be 1 by 2. So it will gives you the 2 different probabilities of probability of A and probability of B, and its value equals to 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now we have to find out the probability of the output may be less than number 4 when no other information is given to you and the other information is given to you. So if no other information is given to you, this one is part A, right? Already we had find this part A. Now if we want to find out probability of B given A, then we have to find out probability of A intersection B upon probability of A. Probability of A equals to 1 by 2. Now we have to find out A intersection B. First of all, we will finding A intersection B and then we will finding the probability of A intersection. Now what is A intersection B? A intersection B means a common part from A and B. So if we see the set of A and B, then you can see that 1 and 3 are common to each other, right? 1 here, also 1 is here. 3 is also in between this A and B event, right? So I am writing A intersection B as 1 and 3. So if we are finding probability of A intersection B, then this probability of this equals to 2 terms from the 6 term. So 2 will be cancelled out, so the term will be 1 by 3. So probability of A intersection B equals to 1 by 3. And if we simplify this 1 by 3 upon 1 by 2, so the final answer of probability of B intersection A equals to 2 by 3. So this way we can find out probability of any conditional event. Now there are some theorems on conditional probability. The first theorem is for any 3 events A, B and C, we have probability of A intersection B intersection C equals to probability of A into probability of B given A into probability of C given A and B. A and B means A intersection B. Right. Now the next theorem is if an event A must result in one of the mutually exclusive events A1, A2, A3 up to An, then we can say that probability of A equals to probability of A1 into probability of A given A1 plus probability of A2 into probability of A given A2 up to probability of An into probability of A given An. So this particular theorem is from the theorem of probability. In this we have to apply the conditional probability rule. So basically, if we are finding the probability of A intersection B intersection C, in this if we are starting from probability of A, then we will finding the probability of B, which will be depending on the probability of A. So we will taking probability of B given A, and when we will finding probability of C, then at that time probability of A and B both are given to you. So if we are taking probability of C, then it will finding like this: probability of C given A and B. Now what is meaning of A and B? A and B means A intersection B. Now the next topic is independent event. What is independent event? Events are said to be independent if the occurrence of an event does not affect the occurrence of the other event. Means if two events are independent to each other, it will not depending on occurrence of any another event, then it will consider as independent event. So if we are taking probability of B given A, because it will consider as conditional probability, in this probability of B given A, it means probability of B is depending on A. But as we are defining the independent events, it will not depending on any other term. So we will directly written like this: probability of B given A equals to probability of B, because it is not depending on an occurrence of any another event, right? So we will write down for the independent event as probability of B given A equals to probability of B. It means the probability of B occurring is not affected by occurrence or non-occurrence of A. If A is occur or not occur, then it will not changing the occurrence of the B. Then we can say that A and B both are considered as independent events. So if we are taking probability of A intersection B, means common part of it. So there is no common part because it is not dependent to each other. So we are taking probability of A intersection B equals to directly equals to probability of A into probability of B. Now if we are taking more than two events A and B, then if we are taking different events like AJ and AK, then if we are finding probability of AJ intersection AK, then directly we can say that is equals to probability of AJ into probability of AK. Here the value of J is not equals to K. Now the next example is a fair die is tossed twice. Find the probability of getting a 4, 5 or 6 on the first toss and a 1, 2, 3 or 4 on the second toss. So if we are calculating this example, this one is the dice. Now this dice will be tossed twice. So suppose if we are writing the sample space for this, then what will be the sample space? Sample space S equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Now from this, if we are defining the event A equals to, it will occurrence of 4, 5 or 6 on the first toss. So if we are defining event A, it will have 4, 5 and 6. From this, if we are finding probability of A, what will be the probability of A? Occurrence of A, it has 3 different terms, 4, 5 and 6. From this 6 different terms, right? So from this 6 different terms, there will be 3 terms. So 3 by 6, if we are cancelling 3, then the term will be 1 by 2. Same way, if we are defining B means the event of occurrence of 1, 2, 3 or 4 on the second toss. So the event B has the terms 1, 2, 3 and 4. From this, if we are finding probability of B, then probability of B has 1, 2, 3 and 4 means 4 terms from the 6 terms. So 4 by 6, if we cancel into 2, then the term will be 2 by 3. Now we have to find out that occurrence of this event and occurrence of this event, right? So this event is considered as event A and this event is considered as event B. And as I have told you that when AND is given to you, then you have to take intersection of this two terms. And when OR is given to you, then you have to take union of this two events. So to find out this occurrence, a probability of occurrence of these two different events in the AND form, so we have to take intersection part of this. So if I am finding probability of A intersection B, then what will be the probability of A intersection B? Probability of A intersection B equals to, as these two events are independent to each other, so probability of A into probability of B. So if we are putting the value of probability of A equals to 1 by 2 and probability of B equals to 2 by 3, and if I am simplifying this, 2 will be cancelled out, so the final term is 1 by 3. So the probability of A intersection B equals to 1 by 3. It means probability of getting a 4, 5, 6 on the first toss and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the second toss. So occurrence of these two events equals to 1 by 3. So this way we can define the different probabilities of conditional events or independent events. Thank you so much.